Consider supporting DanDanTheFireman on Patreon for just $1 a month. More information and link below.
What is up, everybody? Dan the Fireman here. Daniel, I'm letting my bike warm up a little bit. I haven't rode in a while, actually. And I wanted to talk to you about some things. You know, riding motorcycles can suck sometimes. It honestly can. So these are like geared towards the beginner, because I know a lot of you guys start riding and you're like, man, this is just, there's just so much, there's so much, and you get nervous. And I want you to know that a lot of the thoughts you're having right at the beginning, it still happens even now for me as a rider. It still happens, but you just get better at it. You just get better at managing it. It's the same thing when I go out, and I've been a firefighter for 11 years, and it's just a matter of, you know, the calls are still very high adrenaline, but I'm able to manage it better just because of experience. And I want you guys to understand that when you get more experience riding, you're going to be able to manage it a lot better. And this is kind of where this is going towards. And I'm going to be more of a vlog type. I'm going to really talk from the heart. I'm going to talk from just what my perception is. These aren't necessarily tips. These are going to be more of, you know, just be aware that, you know, you will get better at it, okay? All right, let's go ahead and start. I want to go ahead and start with that. The first one, it's about traffic, but I'm not in traffic yet, and I'll describe traffic, but I'll just start with the second one. Riding in full gear can be annoying as heck sometimes. I'm wearing full gear right now. It's probably 90-something degrees, and while I'm moving, it feels great because I have a mesh jacket, I have the appropriate summer gear, which actually I talked about in my last video, but it can be annoying. You are getting ready to go for a ride. All you have to do is go to the store real quick. You have to, you know, go to work, or you have to, you know, all you're doing is picking up like a soda from the a gas station or something. And you go and you put on all this gear, and you're already starting to sweat. You're getting annoyed. It's like, this is just something small. It sucks sometimes to have to put on, and it's annoying, you know, to have to put it on. Just for something simple. I mean, for a long distance ride, it's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna put it all on. I'm gonna be wearing this for a long time. It's not a big deal. But for like these short, quick rides, it can be annoying sometimes. And I want you guys to understand that I still feel that way. Like right now, I just came out to go ride to film this, and it's like I'm putting on all this gear. I'm getting a little warm inside the house. I'm taking my time. It's like, it's so much crap because it's not as comfortable as regular clothes. It still can be very comfortable. It is still comfortable to me, but it's not as like, I'm wearing I'm wearing sandals and flip flops and like gym shorts and a regular nice shirt. That's how I usually go, and I'm used to wearing uniforms. I'm used to wearing this all the time, but it can be annoying sometimes. But you need to do it. It's very important that you do it, even though it's annoying. Wear your gear at all times. All right. So now that we're within some traffic, there's a car pulling out right here. I want you to know that traffic is always nerve-wracking. Traffic is never going to be super comfortable. To me, it's still nerve-wracking, and that's good because it helps me stay vigilant. So when you first start riding, it's like, man, there's just so much to do. And this was actually an idea coming from one of, I believe one of my patrons, but if not, it's one of the guys from the Discord. So if you guys have ideas and stuff you want me to talk about, join the Discord, because I take your ideas very seriously, and if it's able to work with what I'm doing, I will include it. So I forgot who mentioned it, but see this car right here is pulling out, just so you can get in the middle lane. Somebody mentioned how I should describe while riding what I'm thinking, what I'm doing, and everything. And traffic to me is nerve-wracking. It helps me stay vigilant, though. It's a good kind of stress. But as a beginner rider, it almost felt like it was a bad kind of stress, where it's just like I'm so scared and nervous. It's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. With experience, it turns into more of a good stress, because you do see everything still, but you have the ways of maneuvering around it. You have more experience in, you know what your bike braking abilities are, you know what your skills are, so you can swerve out of the way. You understand what, you know, the speed, you understand what you're capable of. So I'm gonna just go ahead and talk for just real quick about what I'm seeing and what's going on. So let's go ahead and turn left, because this is more of a important road. Not important, but it has more vehicles and has like a lot more stuff. All right, so right now, left turn arrow, it turned yellow on me while going through the intersection. And while that's completely legal to continue to go, but it can scare some people to just hitting those brakes, and you have to remember your bike's not the best with brakes. I had this car wanting to turn left in front of me. I had my eyes on that. I have 3 lanes of traffic right here. I don't know if any of these people are going to swerve into this lane so that, you know, because there's only 1 car in my lane. So I'm slowing down a little bit, applying a little bit of the brakes because I don't trust any of these drivers. And now that I'm kind of in the zone, I want to get out of this intersection. You see how it's going, it's moving. I want to get out of this guy's blind spot. Double checking, making sure, you know, I'm on the right road. I do want to go down Tonka Verde, go over this bridge and stuff. Right now I'm in this guy's blind spot. I'm checking my mirror. There's no one behind me, so if I have to swerve, I can go to the right, I can go to the left, I can maneuver inside of my own lane. You know, 1, 2, 3. Making sure it was green. I did do a peripheral check on the traffic on the sides. I'm checking my mirror because this guy right here is wanting to get in the left lane. I'm going to go and give him enough room, and there he goes. And I'm going to go ahead and stay in number 3 on my lane because I have a big enough shoulder. But I'm also keeping an eye on the bridge because sometimes on the bridges when they connect them, there's bumps. And you see how this is going. You see how this is my brain consistently staying vigilant. I'm looking for debris in the road. I'm looking for traffic. I'm making sure I'm going in the right direction. I'm making sure, you know, no one's merging with me right here. I'm looking at this mirror. You guys make fun of this mirror, but I can see pretty well with this mirror. I see that car wanting to pull up, and it's a little bit bumpy. And this is concrete, so if it's wet, it's gonna be a little bit harder to stop. So there's all these things that go on, and as a new rider, you don't have that experience, and it's very, very nerve-wracking. And it's pretty scary. But I want you guys to understand that when you get more experience, you're able to do better. And that's another reason why I say do not drink and ride. Do not take anything that will affect your reaction time. Do not ride when you're angry because you're not staying vigilant to these different things. You know, this intersection right here with the stop sign, you're not staying vigilant. So you have to stay vigilant when it comes to riding because you do not have the protection of a vehicle, of a car. You're not seen, and there's no case to protect you other than the gear that you're wearing. So, okay, that one's a long tip. I hope I was able to help give you an idea of what I'm talking about. If you want to see more of that, I might actually do like a full 10-minute vlog where I'm talking while I'm thinking, because I know that helps out some of you guys. But let's go ahead and jump into the other ones. There's another times where I do not want to ride sometimes. Like today, it's warm. I did not want to ride. I needed to make this video because I'm running a little bit late. I was at the hospital yesterday with my kid. He got hit in the head with a rock. Very serious thing. I want to be home right now. So there's sometimes where I just don't want to ride. As much as I love riding, I don't want to ride. There's just a lot of stuff, you know? Sometimes I'd rather just take the car. There's a lot of times where I just take the car to work because I'd rather just sit there and relax and still stay vigilant and everything, but I don't have to worry about putting on full gear. I don't have to worry about staying this vigilant. I don't have to worry about all that stuff. So the yellow light right here, so I'm going to stop. So sometimes I don't want to ride, and if that's the case, like, don't feel bad if you're a beginner rider and you don't want to ride. Just don't ride. Just don't go for a ride if you don't want to. Because if you don't want to and you go for a ride because you feel like you have to, or it's like, you know, it's like all my buddies want to go for a ride. It's like, if you don't want to go ride, don't go for a ride, because that's the point in time where things can get dangerous, because if you're not in it, you're not going to be as vigilant as you should be. Another thing is, and I was making sure this is actually just a forestry fire truck, but it could have been a sheriff. Now, speed is addicting. To be quite honest, you are the fastest thing on the road. Even if you're like riding a 300, you are a lot faster than the other vehicles on the road. So be aware of that. There's been many times where I am just like cruising and I look down and I'm like, oh crap, I'm like not going the speed I should be going. There's many times where I just love getting out of the intersection because, first of all, it's dangerous to be in the intersection, like from a stoplight to go. And by the time I hit the other side sidewalk, I'm already at the speed limit. So speed can be addicting and it can be dangerous. So if you're a beginner rider, please be aware of that, because it's a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of fun, but you do have to follow the rules. You do have to follow the speed limit. It's there for a reason, because a lot of the turns that happen, it was deemed that those turns could be made safely at that limit. You do not want to be taking a 35-mile-an-hour turn, a road turn, going 65, because there's a good chance that you could just go off the side of the mountain or go off the side and hit the curb and all that stuff. So speed can be addicting. Just understand that you are going to get up to the speed limit before everyone else. Be out in the open so there's no one around you. That's perfectly safe. But once you get to that speed limit, because the acceleration is so good, just stay at that speed limit. If you want to go crazy, you want to go fast, you want to test your skills and abilities, go to a track day. That is where it's completely safe. The roads are cleaned. They have track safety. They have usually an ambulance on standby, so that is like the perfect place to do it. If you do it here, you're gonna have a longer response time from a fire truck or an ambulance or a rescue or whatever, and the roads can be messed up. There could be debris in the road and you can get tickets and all that stuff, so just do it on a track day. All right, so my last little tip that I want to give you is that for me personally, I honestly do not like group rides. And that's fine. That's honestly fine. I don't like group rides because they do make me nervous, I think, with my anxiety and with the whole, it's not a mob mentality. It all depends on who you're riding with. But if you do understand that when you're with a bunch of other riders, everyone's having so much fun. The speeding is addicting. Everyone wants to, do some crazy stuff. Nobody's really paying attention, being vigilant. And the traffic is just like, they don't like it. It could get out of hand. And for me personally, that is just too much. Like, riding right now is perfectly fine. I'm still paying attention to the debris because there's construction. There might be debris. I'm paying attention to making sure these cars don't want to pass the other cars and get in my lane. These are all things that I'm doing, and I'm by myself. I don't want to have to worry about the other riders being in staggered formation. I don't want to have to worry about trying to keep up with the other riders. I don't want to have to worry about, where are we all going. I want to just ride. And if you are like that as a beginner rider and you are about to go to a group ride and you don't feel comfortable, don't do it. Please don't do it. Get more comfortable in your own personal solo riding, and then go ahead and start trying group rides, small group rides where it's like on a personal level, maybe like 4 or 5 of you guys, or just even like 2 or 3, and it's like, okay, we're gonna do this, we're just gonna hang out, just ride, we're gonna chill. If you have S.M.A.R.T Bluetooth, I need to actually put the one for my belt bullet onto here. If you have S.M.A.R.T Bluetooth or any other Bluetooth system and you're able to talk to each other, it's even better. And you can relax. Mount Lemon's up here, a great group ride for here in Tucson. Maybe we should do that sometime. But I've gotten to the point where I feel more confident in my own riding, and it's been 6 years. And now I feel comfortable enough to go on some easy group rides. So like the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride, where the whole point is to not be assholes. The whole point is to raise awareness for prostate cancer and men's mental health. So I feel more comfortable with that group ride. I do not feel comfortable with like sport bike group rides, like the sport bike group rides where everyone is like, there's not a lot of structure, or like even the cruiser group rides where it's just a different crowd that I'm used to than I like. So just, if you don't like it, don't feel bad about not going. Just like, your taste buds change from as a kid to as an adult, your ability to ride, your mindset on group rides might change as you mature more and you get more experience on a bike. Mature as a rider, not mature as a person. But I just wanted to talk to you guys, and this was it was like a personal type of vlog style tips, because I just want you guys to understand that, even now as a rider, double checking, making sure it's a 4-way stop. Even now as more of an experienced rider, novice rider, constantly researching safety, constantly, being vigilant, it still can be nerve-wracking. I still don't want to wear my gear. I still don't want to ride. The speed is still freaking amazing, and I still don't like group rides sometimes. But with that said, go ahead and join the Discord, because a lot of these tips are actually given to me by the Discord members and Patreon members, or my patrons. So thank you so much, guys, for being a patron, and thank you so much for being on the Discord. The Discord is blown up. There's like 500 people in there. We're constantly talking, having a good time. If you want to be a part of that, click the link in the description, join the Discord. It's free. You don't have to pay anything. You just join, have some fun. We're all just talking. We're all having fun, sharing pictures of our bikes, talking about mental health, and just hanging out. I've met some really cool guys in there, and girls in there, and we play Fortnite. We just play video games, or we just chat. We talk about our lives. You get behind the scenes of who I am. I share a lot, but I just want you guys to understand that things happen. Still happens. With that said, I hope you guys ride safe, be safe, and I will see you guys later.